right there.
You good? I feel a little unstable.
So fair.
Good God.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day before Easter, and if you're out here in Arizona and you're a drifter, that means it is Easter drift. So it is Saturday. We're gonna have some fun here. We're early, well, on time early, so we're gonna get the car unloaded. There's gonna be a lot of people here tonight. Easter drift is one of those bigger events where there is a ton of people. It is a great time. This is my first time actually being out here with actual driver skill, so that's where I'm excited, because the last time I came was only like my third or fourth event, and I really had no idea what it was that I was doing. So this is going to be really fun. They do like a smack the bunny challenge at the end of the night, and I've been practicing getting close to walls, and I'm really hoping to put that to use. But I have something very cool to show you guys. I'm no good at keeping secrets, so here it is. The car finally got a sweet livery, so I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Caveman for printing this all up for me, and of course my lovely fiance for spending all night last night helping me get this thing installed and wrapped. Now obviously a little bit of a learning curve. This is more of a sticker material than a vinyl, which is kind of, I didn't know what I was anticipating. So the only issue is a little thin, tore a few spots, got some wrinkles, you know, sticker things, but like it looks so freaking sick. This is all just scrap. This wasn't actually part of the design, but she got creative and we had the leftovers. But yeah, looking like a proper freaking drift car now. So with that, we got to get tacked, all the normal mumbo jumbo. So we'll see you guys here in just a little bit.
Yeah, well, I didn't see Tandem. Yeah, he'll be here soon. Again, next week.
So this is Cody in the Blue E46. It's his first time tandeming in his car. He just got the cage put in like last week. So he's all sorts of geeking. So bad luck unfortunately struck, and we got sucked into the wall. So we bent, we sheared the tie rod end, which is really shitty, but thankfully that's an easy fix. But the bigger issue at hand is we bent the CNC 71 control arm, which really sucks because that's not cheap. So thankfully you can buy the individual arms, but I gotta call Drift HQ. It's not gonna be quick nor cheap, and definitely not a fix it tonight thing. The arm itself, they might have deals on individual. I don't know, it's a shitty situation. And then the other issue is the back wheel, or the back camber arm bent that got sucked in, and both wheels got fully fucked. So that's trashed. Definitely blew out this one. So yeah, we're out 2 tires, 2 Style 42 BBS wheels, camber arm, control arm, and a tie rod. Oh, we only barely got the wall with this, so the bumper got a little ding on it. It, you know, put the sharp point in here, and so the rear end kind of sits a little funky, but don't have anything else that I can tell right off the rip that's super damaged. It just sucks. This is gonna be probably a $2,000 fix, but more importantly, this is the last good weather event, and this is the one event I've been looking forward to for a hot minute. I'm just pissed. I'm so pissed myself. Basically what we were doing is we took the wide route. We were doing a 3-car tandem. I don't even think the GoPro was going. If it was, I'll play the clip here. But yeah, I went a little bit wider. I just gripped up in a spot that I didn't think I would, and it just put me right into the wall. I touched the back of the car, but the issue with the K-rails, and I've heard people in FD cry about it or complain about K-rails, like take them out of drifting because how much they suck the car up. So I literally touched the rear wheel to it and it pulled the rear end in and hopped it, and when it climbed the wall with the rear, it yanked the front right into the wall. So I'm just grateful that nothing else seems to be more damaged. The body is still in good shape, but holy shit does it suck. So just a huge bummer. I am so pissed at myself.
Damn, those accelerators not treating you well, eh?
Those used ones? No, they just have no grip in them.
What happened
Damn.
to your car?
So this coolant reservoir, the bleeder screw thing was already kind of stripped, and it just yeeted the screw. Luckily, no overheating, but slightly oversized screw and some RTV.
Hey, basically there's 10 bleeder screws on tracker.
Yeah,
Also
pretty
valid.
much. Yep. but no overheating. So
Yeah, I
That's a
mean,
win.
so both our BMWs are, mine's fully broken, partially broken. I think there's 3 others that I saw broken. Alan
It's not
and
a
the
good night for
E46
BMW.
broke.
One BMW guy was at AutoZone with us trying to get
Oh
parts.
yeah, the other green one with the wing, his
Yeah.
slave cylinder blew. So yeah, we were at AutoZone with him. He's like getting
Yeah, and then
brake fluid
Nate's clutch master crapped the bed. Laurel let Terrell or whatever it is, I always forget his whichever. The one let the other drive the Cressida, and he took out a cone which hit the clutch fan, which popped the radiator. And then Alan broke his exhaust, took it to Janky Justin to get that fixed, and then he came back and then he popped his main ECU fuse, and then he went back out. But then the colorful FD with the roof scoops broke down, and then he's back. But then the purple FC just got towed off track just now.
And the only guy that's actively trying to blow his shit up, it won't fucking break.
Yeah, because he has an LS ready to go in it.
Yo! Dude, I don't know what I need to do, but this thing just won't pop.
Yeah,
I've been sitting in limiter in second gear trying to get it to fucking go, and it's like just ripping faster and faster. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess we're just gonna keep it.
I mean, the only good thing I can say is the Bavinci power steering reservoir so far has not boiled over. So the 7 laps I got, at least the power steering reservoir is doing its job so far. So that's good, but it is just not a friendly night for some of these cars. So they're about to do the Bunny Bash. We're gonna go over there, try and watch that. And see how that goes. There's not a whole lot of people doing it, so I think I could have won that one for sure had this not happened. So whatever, let's go watch them, I guess. The next morning now, we got the car home. Thankfully, you know, we got it loaded up with the winch and stuff. Even though the winch wasn't fully hooked up like I was trying to do, everything was at least able to just kind of be manhandled together to get the winch to work. So it turns out I'm not the only one that actually had a bad night last night, which I saw. Like I stuck around to like 10:30 right before the event ended. A few people got sucked into the wall as well. Unfortunately, one of our acquaintances, Alan Aiken, in his supercharged LS E46, he was having car issues all night, got a good lap, and then went out again. Did the same exact thing I did. I don't know what his car broke, but it's brutal. Like, I'd heard all the stories about those Jersey barriers sucking cars in, but I really underestimated just how much they do so. So let's just recap really quick as we end out this video. This side is obviously unharmed, unscathed. I definitely did, just from tapping the wall, or hitting the wall, whatever you want to lightly call it. This did get buckled a little bit more over here, which I don't really care about that. Like, that's to be expected. The car is going to get back halved eventually anyway. Only a little bit of a bummer is the bumper fits worse than it did now, so I'll probably have to take this off and kind of see where the bash bar shifted. Worst case, tweak the bash bar or something, but that's not a big deal by any means. A little bit of scuff there, some scuffing down here, and then obviously the mechanical damage of the wheel being all bent up. So the camber arm is fully buckled on this front half. I'm hoping that's all it is. I did jack it up and wiggle the wheel bearing around. That all seems to be in good shape still, which I'm glad, because this is a brand new wheel bearing over here. I literally just changed that like a month ago. Has one event on it prior. I'm just praying that the trailing arm isn't damaged, but worst case, if it is, I do have a spare. That just means more money, because then I have to transfer the bearing and the hub, because I know the other arm stuff is all original and old, and I'm not going to risk putting that on the car. Just have to change it all right away anyway. So yeah, let's just hope that it's just this camber arm, and then of course the front end where all the expensive damage is, even though that side took the brunt of the impact. Other than the camber arm, I think it just pushed the toe in pretty good. But the camber arm, I'll have to show you guys in the video where we take it apart. The camber arm is like, it sits like that, and it's like tweaked and twisted. So I'm hoping it just kind of did that, and then the shock just pulled the alignment out a little bit of the toe. So past that, obviously we got the sheared tie rod end, and then the arm is definitely damaged. I'm pretty sure it's bent pretty decent, so I'm gonna call Drift HQ first thing tomorrow morning, being Monday. Inquire if they can sell me just the one side. If not, then we got to spend another $800 and get another CNC angle kit. I love this angle kit, so I'm not really wanting to try another one. I don't want the SLR, I don't want the FAPO, which is the eBay SLR. I don't want the Apex one, because I can tell by the arm design that is gonna show concerns of ball joint failure, like the version 1 of the CNC kit. This kit, I'm just so used to it. It drives so good. So the fact that it bent, it's good, and it's just sad. You know, it's not a lot of money, but it's a lot of money, and it did its job. It crushed, which is better than taking the impact of the frame rails and stuff. So the pickup point for the lollipop bushing is still intact. It appears nothing else got pushed. It just looks like the arm went from sitting like this to sitting like that, and that's probably just from that tie rod snapping and maybe the sheer force of hitting the wall, because I've read on the forums about people bending stock cast arms by hitting good potholes and curbs and stuff. So we basically just hit a really big curb. But I want to thanks everybody, say thank you to everybody that came by in the pits, asked if I was all right, asked, checked out the car, gave your condolences. It was fun nonetheless. I'm very happy with the laps I did get. It was really, really cool. Not a lot of footage for the night, but, at least I know I'm not the only one. Alan's hurting, 2 FC Mazdas got pulled off track quite a few times. A guy in a truck had to get towed off. It was not a good night for a lot of people last night, but at least the car made it home. It's just bolt-on parts. Other than finding some new wheels, that's going to be the expensive part, and we'll be back out here hopefully in just a couple of weeks. So thanks for spending some time with your day on the channel with me. If you enjoyed it, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And if you're local and you want to help get this pig back on the road, hit me up for some fab work. And if you want to support, I've got some merch on the website as well. Gonna have a new shirt coming out soon for the new livery and stuff, now that we're getting kind of serious with this drifting stuff. So douche love, forget the rest. Happy Easter Sunday. Christ is risen. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.